why I don't go to the comic book store anymore. Now, back in 2021, 2022, I think like most of 2023, I would go to the comic book store a lot. And when I mean a lot, I mean like a lot. I would go to the comic book store at least 4 times a week, trying to get the back issues of ASM, Amazing Spider-Man, Spawn, Incredible Hulk, like whatever back issue I could get on Spider-Man, especially the Amazing Spider-Man or any kind of Marvel title or Spawn title, whatever. So I would spend too much time going to the comic book store, and I found out that I was actually wasting my time and money doing that because, to be honest, I don't know. You don't always get the best stuff at comic book stores. Now, I know a lot of people will disagree with me on that. I know a lot of people will say they've gotten good deals on comic book stores, and that's fine. I mean, I'm not knocking comic book stores. I'm just saying, like I learned, if you're a little bit patient, and if you buy stuff from local comic book shows or uh, uh, comic book conventions, like the big conventions. Like here where I live, there's Motor City Comic Con, and that's the local big comic book convention. In Florida and Texas, they have Fan Expo, and in Chicago they have C2E2. So if you just wait, my point is if you just wait for those big shows like New York Comic Con or San Diego Comic Con or C2E2 or whatever, you can get better deals there. I learned that by comparing what I bought in the comic book store compared to what I bought in the shows. For example, okay, I got Amazing Spider-Man 361, right? This is the first Carnage. Guess how much I got this for? This is newsstand two. Newsstand two. Guess how much I got this for? I got this for $20. Okay, in a comic book store, that same book in that same condition would be at least $100. At least, I mean, it might even be more. So my point is that even though I think that book is down now, but anyways, even though you might get tempted to go to a comic book store, trust me, it's better to wait and get the better deals at the comic book, your local big comic book convention or your local comic book shows. Even if you have to wait a month or 6 months or whenever those big conventions or those local shows are, wait, because it's better to spend your money over there than at the local at the local comic book store, where you won't always get the best deals regarding some